Hello, vinyl community, cassette community, music community, and people of the world. Yes, a stack of stuff to show you. First, cheers to everybody. I have my sloth mug. Nice. I hope everybody's doing well. Well, in the mail. Now, I was kind of expecting this because he asked for my address, but I have no idea what it is. But a little bit of VCLT here from, as you can see, DJ Legion, Brian. Thank you very much for sending this, Brian. I have no idea what you sent me, but I'm pretty excited about it, and it's very generous of you to send this, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. So without further ado, let's get right down to it. Yes. I did pop into Savers tonight, and that's where that stack of stuff came from. Alright, let's see. This looks awesome. This looks awesome. Naughty Women, the EP. Oh, let's see if we can focus on this. There we go. This is awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for sending this. This is cool. Brand new, still sealed. No idea what it'll sound like, but very thoughtful of you to send it to me, Brian. Very, very cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Looks like you did include a nice note here. Yeah. Very cool, very cool. I won't bother reading it right now because I have more stuff to show. Yes. So, let's go with the books first, in honor of DJ Legion, because he does have a book channel. So if you're into books, definitely subscribe to his book channel. I'll link to it up there, you know, somewhere. Now, the books I show on here, you know, obviously they're just related to music, but the books on his channel, you know, it's all kinds of stuff, nonfiction, fiction, whatever. But yes, I was pretty excited to find this because well, I think most people are most familiar with Aaron Neville, but this is the Brothers Neville, an autobiography by Art, Aaron, Charles, and Cyril Neville, and David Ritz. So, very, very cool. Yeah. That should be interesting. Just a little bit on the back here. The Houston Chronicle says, individually, each brother merits a biography. Told together, it's a story that's hard to put down. So, sounds good. All right. And one of my favorite female singers, and I have a fair amount of her music on vinyl. Not enough, but quite a bit. And I was pretty thrilled to find this. Diana Ross, Secrets of a Sparrow. This is her memoirs, and it's just littered with, I mean, there's plenty of text, don't get me wrong, but there's tons and tons of pictures. So, yeah, that should be interesting. I'll be curious to see, you know, any things you may say about Michael Jackson in here. I don't know what the copyright on this is. Let's check real quick, just because it's one of those things I like to do. 1993. Yeah, so he was definitely still alive. All right, so on to some cassettes, believe it or not. This was at the Pet Adoption Center thrift store. You know, it's kind of more misses than hits there with cassettes now. They've had the same cassettes for a long time. They'll occasionally get some new ones that are kind of more of the same stuff. A lot of classical, religious, Christmas music, this kind of oddball stuff. So, you know, it's pretty disappointing. However, they are 25 cents. But this one I picked up just because it has to do with Riverside, which is where I live. And, I mean, I may not even open it, honestly, because I'm not all that curious to hear the music. I mean, it's basically just, you know, classical music and, you know, classical vocals, I assume. But it's, let's see if I can focus on this here. Probably can't see that too well, but it is Echoes of the Past, Musical Memories of the Mission Inn. So that's pretty cool, and it's still sealed. I don't know how well you can see the song listing there, but yeah, so it's pretty cool, but you know, I don't really care to listen to it. It's just, for 25 cents, I'm willing to have this as like a... I love the Mission Inn. I absolutely love it. Yeah. It's one of the things that makes me proud to live in Riverside. If you've never seen the Mission Inn, look it up online and you'll see what an amazing hotel it is. Yeah. All right, so on to a little bit of jazz and cassettes. Yeah, you know, he's kind of on the lighter side of jazz. But you know, I figured 25 cents. I'll pick up a couple of his. So Wynton Marsalis. This is Hot House Flowers. I don't know if he did any like old school well, I mean, I know he's been around a long time, but I don't know if he did any like old school like hard bop or anything like that. I think it's just more kind of modern jazz, contemporary jazz, that sort of thing. Hot House Flowers, though, I think I'm pretty sure that's a classic. And then we have Think of One. Yeah. My Ideal. You know, a common thing in jazz, for those that may not be jazz fans, a common thing in jazz is to do jazz renditions of traditional songs or standards. Yeah. And this one, I got to thinking after I bought it, it might be a duplicate, but I don't think so. I don't think so. But nevertheless, I'm thrilled to pick it up. Charlie Parker. And this is the Walkman Jazz series, digitally remastered, XDR, Dolby. Yeah, very cool, very cool. All right, and then a couple of CDs, and that'll be it. This first one, you know, I'm willing to give it a shot. It was still sealed. I'm very curious about it, but you know, I'm keeping my expectations realistic. But it's MTV's Hip Hopera. Carmen, a timeless story told through rhyme. And I don't know if, let's see if you can, there you go. yeah, so, you know, it's a curiosity item. Honestly, you know, I'm not sure when this came out, but it looks like 2001. I think at that point MTV was already garbage. Honestly, they've been garbage for a long time. When they moved from, you know, music videos to other content, and focusing on reality shows and stuff like that. Yeah. This one looks interesting, and this is the last thing. So this is Gum Boots. Gum Boots. It's original cast recording, as seen on PBS, on tour now. I don't know when this came out, but I suspect they're not on tour anymore. Although it's still sealed, it could be a recent one. No, it's from 2000. I mean, you know, one would like to think that they're still on tour, but yeah. Anyway, so now this is the description, okay? But you know, cut me some slack here. It says 12 sexy men from South Africa who build layers of electric energy through song and percussion. All right, so the last bit is, you know, that's what I'm interested in. Not the 12 sexy men. It's kind of silly that they would even you know, mention that. I mean, yeah. But I'm hoping, and by some of the song titles, I'm hoping for, if not world music, you know, probably world fusion, maybe with a little bit of a feel of stomp, something like that. Although probably not as experimental, I'm sure, but probably more world music. But yeah, still sealed, so I was willing to give it a shot. So anyway, there you go. Thanks again to DJ Legion. I'll be very curious to hear this. I'm probably going to put this on tonight. Very curious to hear this. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.